Yo, what's good, YouTube? Today, I might not even trade today, but I just am recording to do a recap of yesterday and um the high impact news is for New York session and not London session. But to start us off with the verse I chose today is in Corinthians 1, chapter 10, verse 13. No testing has overtaken you that is not common to everyone. God is faithful, and He will not let you be tested beyond your strength. But with the testing, He will also provide the way out, so that you may be able to endure it. So, basically, in other words, no temptation that you have dealt with is not common to anybody. Like everybody, somebody before you, whatever it is, or it don't matter. Like somebody has faced that temptation, and the way I could relate it to trading is basically the way I could relate it to trading is basically that, let's say you're about to pass that evaluation or you see a potential trade that can make you OD money. Not all the time. Sometimes, not all the time, you're gonna have to, like, in my words, not all the time you're gonna want to take that trade, because that winning trade you might reset you and bring you back all the way to ground zero, where you have to start from the beginning. And really, the temptation is like greed, or has to do with greed, because you want to make that money quick. But trading has to do with being disciplined. Most of it is really in your head, and you have to be able to catch yourself when you're being greedy, and when there's a good time to trade and when there's a good time to enter and exit. With that being said, a little recap from yesterday. Yesterday I actually changed up my trade, so price was just going up to this line, this high key point of liquidity, and so I moved up my entry point to the first, like, this is where my stop loss was gonna be. But then I saw price wasn't going down yet, so I moved my entry point up. And man, if I wasn't any closer, I almost got stopped out. But honestly, I chose probably the perfect stop loss. But entered right here, first TP hit pretty much like in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Then about an hour later, second TP hits. Then 10 minutes later, third TP hits. Mind you, this is all going on while I'm at work. So basically, I'm checking what's going on, and I made way more money than I was aiming for, but I made half of the profit target, so I had to lose a bit. But honestly, profit target is 3,000 for a 50K account, and so the most I could get in a day is 1,500, but I lost enough to where I made 1498. So basically 1,500 for that day, and the trade was very successful. I think I waited perfectly. I was very patient, and part of me wasn't gonna trade, but honestly had faith in what I saw and what I was analyzing. But today, it's high impact news. Today we have um, NFP and FOMC. But the main thing I'm worried about is NFP because that's earlier in the day, 8:30, 8:15. And then FOMC is at 2 o'clock. And by that time, everybody's like, they have exited for the day or they're out. Um, but with all that, I'm gonna see what I could find and see if I could enter today. Um, but if we look at the daily time frame, there's still a bullish imbalance that needs to be filled. So we're still waiting on that. And price has went up the past like two. It's been going down the past 2 days. So I think today is definitely the day that this genre gonna get filled, and then price is gonna head back up. On the 4-hour time frame, we have liquidity right where the imbalance starts. We have liquidity right here, but also we have this 4-hour fair value gap. I mean, this for the most part got filled, so I wasn't really worried about this. Price is probably headed down just to fill in that daily gap. And then on the 1-hour time frame, honestly, not worried about that liquidity right now, but I'll keep it there. We have this. So this is what most likely made this candle go down. Price went up to here for our time frame. And if we go down to the hourly, we can see what's going on. And we have this hourly liquidity in New York session. We also have this from yesterday from Asian session. And we have this liquidity from London session. I'm just gonna mark those for now. When I go to the 5-minute time frame, I'll probably like look for the rest that I can find. The most I could really target is like it's this 4 hour like key point from the 4-hour time frame is because that's the top, that's right where the imbalance starts, and that's really more guaranteed to hit that key point. So on the 5-minute time frame, this is what we're looking at. Not much to target really, unless it's this. Um, Honestly, I'd rather go like low risk and just do a 1 to 2 ratio. Um, because there's not much where price is gonna go. I know as soon as this gap gets filled, price is coming right back up. But my daily bias for this is bullish. I mean not bullish, bearish until that gap is filled. And I would probably like have my entry point be like the low of Asia session, cause I feel like this this key point of liquidity right here definitely gonna get hit. So in short terms, probably take a low risk trade, not to go for a lot. I could take another 1 to 3 ratio trade, but it wouldn't all be worth it because there's still a chance of getting stopped out. Let me just mark this out. Alright, I'm a pause the video real quick so I can mark this joint on top step. Honestly, bro, I'm not trading today, bro. Like, it's too much high impact news, and I'm not trying to risk none today. Honestly, not even low risk. So this video is just a recap. Um, I might I might trade tomorrow depending on the news. So yeah, I'll probably trade tomorrow. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.